Okay, we're gonna get started on everything and see how it all goes. Hopefully everything works fine. I say hopefully, but we shall see. Hold on. Okay. Seems we might be live. Maybe. That. Heck yeah. Oh, hey, James. How's it going, man? Well, I've been procrastinating this long enough. That way. What? I'm not hearing any audio from this. Why? Camera device, switch audio. Yeah, I'm not hearing audio. Why? Not available. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. Okay, thank goodness. That's awesome to hear, man. Something good happen? For me, I'm actually quite content, yeah. I just got back from playing soccer and going to a religion class with my church late at night, so I'm a little sore because I was playing goalie and I got my arms beat the shit out of from blocking everybody's shots, but I'm doing quite well, honestly. I'm riding high, feeling good, and I'm 6 pages into writing my review on this game, so I'm good. I've got hopefully only 2 streams left and then I can get this done. Maybe if it goes quickly, we can just get it done in 1 stream. I don't know. We've technically got 3 bosses, and then we're done with this whole game. But what's been going on with you? If it's not too personal. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but what's got you so happy, man? Ah. What exactly has been going on with the Warhammer preview? Because all I heard about recently was the... oh, what's it called? Is it the new Armageddon thing? Crap, I'm trying to remember the name. Because that's the only thing I heard about was the Return to Armageddon. And we have a new Yarick model. Wait, am I going the right way? No, I am. Yes, I... Yes, I may be.
It's been a minute and I've not noticed how to join the call, I guess.
Oh, what's up?
Well, I'm just bored.
Ah,
I'm
fair.
actually just about to clock out of work.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I need to pull this up so I can change my reactive. Ah, there we go. There I am. Okay. And could sworn. Yeah, this was supposed to be.
So I caught someone stream with Charlie earlier.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Kevin accidentally reported Charlie
So what?
because Seven accidentally reported Charlie on Twitter.
Why?
He was making a joke about reporting her poll and stuff that she was making because she made a poll asking like if she was toxic, and he was making a joke about reporting it and accidentally actually did it.
Oh. I mean, Charlie does always like to make the joke of she's totally evil. So,
Yeah.
I'm not too surprised by that. Though I'd imagine she's not letting that go at all.
We had good fun with it.
I mean, I'd hope so.
Redeemed round points for like hidden achievement unlocked redeem, and I like made using that about it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, my phone's been dying, and I just saw your stream starting up, so I was like, okay, yeah. I guess I'll keep on like life support.
No worries, man. I just leave it open to anybody in the Discord to bother me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think I might have found out why I wasn't able to like stream my Discord audio.
Oh yeah? Why?
I think that might just be something where I have to like have my Twitch linked to my Discord, like.
Oh.
Maybe it will just end up streaming my video only to Discord. I'll find out at some point.
Yeah, fair enough. Then, more happy about the new toys for the Cities of Sigmar. Cities of Sigmar. I don't know anything about that. Granted, I have not paid too much attention to Age of Sigmar, and I probably should. Especially with all the Skaven that I've been collecting and building.
See, when Xbox doing games with gold, I got the game Warhammer Vermintide 2.
Ah.
I have no idea anything about Warhammer. That was my first ever experience with Warhammer. So.
Good one to have experience with.
I mean, it wasn't too horrible of a game. I enjoyed playing it. Didn't understand a single thing.
Ratmen are evil and they have nukes. Kill them as fast as possible.
Basically, yeah.
I say this as somebody who loves the Ratmen.
I don't like how freaky this vehicle I'm driving is.
Oh yeah?
It sounds like I'm in a styrofoam box.
Ah.
Like, every little bump I hit, like, I hear squeaks coming from, like, all the doors.
Isn't that half the fun, though?
Vehicle again, I'll drive a different one. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Since I'm trying not to drain my battery right now, I am, like, only in the calls. I'm not able to, like, see what's going on screen.
No worries. Mostly a lot of backtracking right now.
So, like, any good Metroid game.
Yep. Well, I only have 3 bosses, including the final boss, left before I finish the game. So we're close to being done. Like I said, this game is really short. However, because I'm playing hard mode, it's taking a little bit longer.
Yeah. So as I said earlier, if you do end up having to like record things and you don't use them forever, then you can feel free to like post it like as like shorts or whatever.
Well, we'll see. Because the main idea is I just wanted to have a different voice besides mine read everything out. Because if I do that video, again, I am 5 pages in, and I've barely talked about the second area of the game, just to give a sense of scale for how long it's going to be.
Yeah, well,
So,
I'm often to help you like do that for literally nothing, so might as well take advantage of it, right?
I mean, fair enough. Okay.
Oh, no, someone's drinking out here. Hey, how the person?
Oh, wait, no, 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 no.
See, I'd tell you what exactly the bottle is, but it's like a local alcohol,
Ah,
so that would like basically be doxing myself.
fair enough.
I will say what type of alcohol it was. It's vodka.
Ah, okay. That, I've never used that charge shot before. That actually did a surprising amount of damage. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Well, the whole reason why it's so quick to offer helping you out with the reading that stuff is because like I think it would be fun to actually try and do that with you.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And besides, might as well offer free content to friends.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. Why is there a... Oh. Highly flammable, you say? Don't mind if I do.
Like WD-40 on that door or something.
Okay. Shot ammo upgrade, very appreciated. Can I just... Nope. I have to go back the long way around. Okay. Okay. So we got that. Oh, there's a lot in here. Okay, we're going the safe way and saving ahead of time because if I die, I am not going back and doing all this again.
So what did you think of my stream last night for what you saw of it?
It was pretty good. I had fun, at least.
Yeah, my skills in Battlefront are subpar.
I mean, I'm not one to talk about first-person shooters. Y'all have been watching me play this game. So I've got nowhere to stand on that.
That game has a bit more interesting mechanics, I'd say.
How so?
Well, the way that you explained the shooting mechanic in there,
Oh, well,
having to put it in each individual time.
yeah, that's mostly just for bosses, though. It doesn't really affect normal creatures.
Yeah. Either way, that can still affect like how you actually perform.
There. Oh, it's this hallway. I forgot it's this hallway. Nope, nope. Get back, all of you. There will be no explosions.
I should try putting on easy missions as part of the vehicle.
Alright, now I'm able to watch the stream while they call.
Alright, no worries. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I believe... Yep. Okay. What on earth is all of this?
To be honest, I'm probably not going to stream myself tonight, at least not until like you're done. Because I probably need help troubleshooting mine to see if I can get to work with Discord.
Fair enough. This is the other kind of generator. Okay. But no worries, I can help you out with that. Okay. Ten more shot ammo and 5 more missiles that can be very helpful.
To be completely honest, not able to actually stream from their Xbox that uses Discord for like things. I don't know if it's even possible.
No, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Hoping it is, because it'd be nice.
Yeah. Okay. Come to me. All of that's offline. Nothing from that. Okay. Okay, annoying, but I'm not dealing with those anymore because I do not have to. Yeah, I figured the gate would be offline, so we're just gonna pop the electric lock. And I'm pretty sure there's something in here. Okay. Okay. Making decent progress, haven't taken a lot of damage. That's very helpful. What are you guys? Okay. Okay. Those are dead. Huh. I thought there were cybots in this room, so I was a little bit more panicked. But I'm not seeing any. So that makes that monument... Nope, there you are. Okay. I don't think there's any reason I need to go up there. Oh, maybe. There is something up there. Oh, that's right. Spider ball. Right, how I forgot. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's sometimes active.
Since I'm going through the process of watching Star Wars again, I have recently, I'm like towards the beginning of the season and all that, like the beginning, so,
Yeah?
and I recently rewatched the episode where Rex gets shot and has to like basically rely on that farm.
Oh, yeah.
One thing that I thought while rewatching that is when Cut comes in to like talk to Rex, he grabs like one of their tools off the wall,
Yeah.
which it has a circle with like the one spike going in from the pole to the actual center of like the circle, and then the three on the outer side of it. I'm just wondering what they use that for, like normally.
I would have to see it to really have a guess.
It's basically a ring on the end of the pole where like I'm just gonna say like compass, north, south, east, west. South is where the tactical pole is coming down from, and then like going inward from south is spike. Then on the outer edge on north, east, and west are like three more spikes.
Hmm.
And I'm just sitting there wondering what it's used for because like I get it, it looks alien, it looks like it could be farm tools, but reasonably I don't know what it could be used for.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. Not what I meant to press, not what I meant to press. Just let it go. Okay.
One thing I do love about Clone Wars is, especially like the earlier seasons, are all the different game clones they have in there with like the paint jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had one clone that was like, I think his first episodes that he was shown was like one episode where Archie was kidnapped and they go to like that floating fortress to like rescue him, but he ends up being killed and like his armor gets worn by Cad Bane.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I will say is with how Cad Bane was injured and like limping and all that, that clone had to have injured him.
Yeah.
They couldn't fight for fine. So it's kind of impressive that one clone was able to injure a guy who regularly goes up against Jedi.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, like the TIE fighters that you saw last night were the first Order one, and I'm saying that, like, yeah, I don't like their design at all.
Yeah, because the TIE Interceptor was so cool with its unique wing design. That's why it was my favorite as a kid. And then all of a sudden it's like,
There was one dangled that was, like, pointing forward, right?
yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
TIE Interceptor, I was like, okay, yeah, this ain't it. This is, like, a TIE fighter with, like, unique paint job.
Get down. Stay down.
But then, like, their hero ships they got in there, like, that, one that you looked up on before, like, they could have picked other characters too besides that random, like, look shit up.
Yeah. I just found it funny that's like, really? They used the excuse of, oh, she became a really good pilot. How? Because her dad decided we use a starfighter from the Galactic Civil War era as a crop duster.
I mean, to be fair, Luke Skywalker was 19 and he was flying military hardware.
Yes, but that was the same hardware that was set up similar to his actual in-universe speeder that he had at home. Because he had something. Because he and his friends in lore would race was it like the T-17? Again, not perfect. I'm not saying it is. But there was a precedent.
Yeah. I'm just saying, to be fair, they've had, like, the loose connection to piloting.
Well, I wouldn't say loose connection, because there's a difference between, oh, I know how to drive a car, so I can figure out how to fly. Like, if I can drive a car, I can drive basically any car. If I can fly a plane, for the people who've learned how to fly planes, they're similar, and there's some overlap. I'm not saying that you're going to be an ace with it from the get-go, but you can figure it out. It's just, again, the whole idea of, oh, all we need to do is we just have some random character who just has a A-wing as a crop duster on a farm. Why on earth would you use that? There are so many more inexpensive options in Star Wars lore for, hey, I need something that can fly low, slow, and even. You can easily do that. And even what I was saying on stream is, I can see like a Y-wing doing a better job for it, especially because Y-wings were decommissioned from the Clone Wars and then refitted for the Galactic Civil War. You can make a case for that.
Yeah. You're really good.
It's just the A-wing is just so out of left field for like, that is so not what any rational person would do.
Yeah, as you said, it's like flying an F-15 for, like, crop duster.
And so, again, it took me by left field because I'm like, I don't remember this character because I did watch The Last Jedi. How did that happen? And then it turns out, oh, she dies when Kylo Ren destroyed the hangar because she was getting to her A-wing and just dies. It's like, so there's an entire character with no screen time who just eventually got mentioned? That's tragic.
I'm probably going to end up like streaming the actual like campaign for Battlefront 2, and there's a character they could have done for that hero ship instead of her.
Oh, they could have used anybody from the Star Wars Squadron set if they really wanted to.
Well, no, they literally had a character in there, and he was like friends with Lando. They could have had him in there.
Oh, yeah.
So then, what is that species that Cad Bane is? Is it a Duros?
It's something similar to that, yeah. If that's not it, it's very similar. It does start with a D is what I remember.
Yeah. I think it was. But, anyways, it's the same species as Cad Bane, and, he was, like, basically, shown to be friends with, Lando, and he also has all, like, and I know there's already, like, 2 X-Wings, but he has his own X-Wing in the campaign.
Ah.
It's like they already had Luke's X-Wing and like Poe Dameron's X-Wing. But, I mean, they have the Millennium Falcon 3 separate times.
Yep.
So granted, you choose one, then it locks out the other 2. You know, they could have chosen something.
Yeah.
Which I guess, more power to whoever likes that glove shit up.
I don't know if anybody really would. Because the only thing that they have mentioned for her after that is that apparently they, in the Star Wars, like, Lego set, where it's the Resistance A-Wing versus the, whatchamacallit, I think it's a TIE Interceptor for the Resistance. They use the same character in the Lego set, so it's her. And again, she got a decent amount of love for somebody who just doesn't live after like 30 minutes in the one movie she's introduced in. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for obscure characters getting love, but that is a choice.
And to be fair, look at how George Lucas like expanded on every character from the original like trilogy.
Yeah,
Like everyone, like more that was expanded upon like in books, comics, all that.
yeah, and I'm not saying there isn't a precedent for it, but George Lucas was also fleshing out the prequels because we didn't know, like, officially we didn't have anything back then.
Yeah.
And he also didn't, most people didn't get killed off and just never return.
Yeah. It's just, it's weird for someone who dies in the movie to like get so much love compared to others.
Oh yeah. What did it say about these?
I will say,
Hmm?
like they did the sequel characters so much better than like Disney ever did. Cause like they give them unique abilities and stuff. Like Rey has an ability which is like where she can use the enemy, which inverts your like movement controls, like stiffens up your looking, so you're not moving about an inch a second, or like not an inch a second, but like you're barely able to like turn your head.
Ah, okay.
And then, so it like really messes with people who are playing. Or then I forget what all abilities he has, but they're actually pretty decent abilities that would make you want to play him more.
I can see that.
It's like for the one era where I just don't care for it, they do have like pretty good character sets in Battlefront 2.
Well, they definitely need it, so that's good to hear. Okay.
And as I probably going to end up streaming Battlefront's campaign like sometime, and they really do Kylo Ren justice as a dark side user.
Ah, okay.
They're or which I find that really funny though, because it keeps the trend of Skywalkers being denied their title.
Oh yeah.
Anakin was denied the rank of master, even though he was on the council, and Kylo Ren was basically one of the Sith, but was not granted the title of Sith.
Yeah, I do remember him never getting the phrase Darth added to him, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because he was one of the Knights of Ren. He was like a Sith Lord or anything like that. He was just a part of like this team. Basically, an Inquisitor of that.
Ah. What?
I don't know, they had so many ideas they scrapped.
Oh yeah. Oh right. So I missed that item, So I need to go back. Alright, leaving that party. Okay. Oh, you're all not being friendly tonight, are you? Okay. Nope, 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 nope. You can chill out. Hey.
You know what's kind of weird to like think about?
What?
You know the sequel trilogy was a complete dumpster fire when it comes to actual like storytelling.
Yeah?
It was still a lot more faithful to the lore than the Acolyte was.
I mean, comparing anything to being more faithful than the Acolyte is not a high bar to clear.
Yeah, it's just weird because like the sequel is so much more hate because like everyone knows what the sequel trilogy was.
Well, that's because there's more... People will judge the movies more because Star Wars started out as a set of movies. It was a trilogy, then they added another trilogy to make an entire saga. And then they decided to add another set of movies in, and they were subpar at the beginning and got worse.
Yeah, now they have like complimentary movies like Solo or like Rogue One.
Can I just say, for the record, that I think Rogue One is an okay movie, but I didn't like the retcons they put in it.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't affect me. I don't really care too much.
I know, some people just get mad, though, because when I don't agree and say that Rogue One is the best movie to ever happen. It was okay. They made some retcons that I wasn't a big fan of.
Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions on movies. For me personally, I really like episode 2 and 3. Those are like the best Star Wars movies in my opinion. And that's probably the most basic answer.
I mean, that is a bit of a hot take, but I can respect it.
So, like, episode 3, a lot of people I've talked to are a fan of it, so.
Yeah. I mean, for a lot of people, they say that episode 3 is what redeemed the prequels in their eyes, so.
See, I liked episode 2 because it really just. I like the clones. Anything with the clones in them, I like.
Understandable.
So, for it being the first movie to actually have the clones, first time we actually even see them, yeah, of course I'm gonna be really.
Yeah.
Not to mention, and this may be a bit of a hot take because I've seen some people hate on his performance, but I like the actor that played Jango Fett.
Really? People didn't like Tamora Morrison?
I've seen people like complain about him before, especially like on clips that were like of the Jango Fett game and stuff. It's like I like this actor because they don't like the way that he talks. Because the way that he talks like Jango Fett is actually just how he talks in general. And so they feel like a lot of how he talks in general, for at least what I've seen from the comments, they
Yeah.
say that like it's fake about his love for Star Wars. Because when he's talking, it's basically just Jango Fett fanboying about Jango Fett.
I don't.
So, like, they're in an interview and they're talking about the Jango Fett game, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I love playing Jango Fett. I wanted to hear more about him." Stuff like that. So, it sounds weird, but that's just how he talks.
Okay.
At least that's how he talks during the air, and like for the actual appearance and like the movie and all that. So I assume that's how he talks.
I don't know. I haven't watched the interviews at all, so I.
That's actually just how I found out there's even a Jango Fett game. So I saw that and I was like, now I really want to play that.
Yeah.
But I also really like how they got the actual actors in games. So like the original like Star Wars games they put out. They're still doing that mostly, but now it's just like little cameos.
Ah.
Like with the episode 3 game, they actually had Hayden Christensen come in, and he was working with the entire crew to like help the game be a little bit more accurate, let's say.
Okay.
He was like giving them like coaching, showing them how the movements would actually be, and like how they develop. And he had fun working with them.
Oh, okay.
So they like originally were not going to come in like show them like movements so that like they animate it all into the game and all that.
Ah, okay.
And then he started sticking around and like giving his input. They loved his input. Like he was actually saying like, oh well, at this point in the story he wouldn't be as aggressive, but then like as it goes on he starts getting more and more aggressive with his output and was a part of the process. You know, I really did like the prequels because of the actors in there. I
Yeah. Okay. I need to get.
What was your favorite Star Wars movie?
Uh, growing up, I watched Return of the Jedi a lot because Episode 6 was kind of the one that I liked watching the most. And then
Yeah.
once the prequels really became a thing, I liked Episode 1 quite a bit, actually. I was one of the few people who liked it. Yeah, there's some moments that, looking back now with a more critical eye, there is some choices that were made that were not the best. But would still say that it's a fun movie. And at the very least, it still had a good vision behind it.
Yeah.
And then 3 is really good. I like 3. But I'd say my least favorite. I'm not trying to think. Because I like Attack of the Clones, but Attack of the Clones pacing is a little all over the place. So it's an okay movie, but it definitely has its own shares of flaws.
Yeah.
And then 5 is really good. 4 I know is the one that kicked it all off for a lot of people. I just didn't like 4 that as much. But I would say 2 is I don't know. I'd say 2 is probably my least favorite. I like all 6 of the originals, but two's pacing definitely hinders it because I would place 4 above 2.
Yeah. I definitely enjoyed the original trilogy. I can respect it. I My favorite scenes were just like anything on the Death Star.
That's fair.
I That's about all I can really say on that.
Yeah.
To be honest, with uh, Phantom Menace episode 1, I feel like it was actually as close to the original tropes as they really gone with the actual prequels. So it kind of fit their pacing a little bit better, I think, while still having like the stakes go a little bit higher.
Yeah,
For
I'd
like
agree with that.
with a higher budget, with better, like, well, I won't say better, but like with the more A-list cast.
Yeah. Okay, and then I need to go right to there.
Unfortunately, with the original trilogy with the actors, they seem to kind of resent Star Wars mostly. Uh, like I know that Mark Hamill really liked the character of Luke, and was upset with how Disney was doing him in the sequels.
Yeah, but that was kind of Mark Hamill's like claim to fame for the general population. Because although he has other acting roles, that's kind of the one that the public knows and loves him the most for. So of
Yeah,
course you're gonna be protective of that character, because if somebody makes a bad call with it or does any sort of anything against it, especially with how George Lucas is with his actors and he lets them put in input for, hey, how do you want this? How do you want it to work?
yeah, like the purple star or the purple lightsaber from Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, all the original cast members that I at least seen in interviews and stuff, I'm the only one that really seems to look back fondly on the original trilogy was Mark Hamill.
Yep.
Which I do like the characters, but in the original trilogy, it's also hard for me to watch because, like, seeing how resentful they are of Star Wars as a whole now, it's like, yeah, I don't get the feeling of love for the project or of it just as a job.
Well, yeah.
As like, I'm in a prequel trilogy, but it will go ahead and like the whoever, and they all seem to love the fancy of being Star Wars.
I mean, I think we could also chalk it down to the fact that there's a case for how it all works out because with doing the original trilogy, like Harrison Ford was not the first in line to be Han Solo, and he liked playing Indiana Jones, so he worked with them. But Han just wasn't the kind of character he really wanted to work on or be. And for years, people did not pay attention to what Carrie Fisher said in the movies because everybody says stormtroopers have bad aim. That didn't technically start until episode 6, not episode 4. But because people didn't listen to her character when she said, they let us get away, this was intentional, nobody paid attention to her. So I can see from that and a few others, and like how she made jokes at George's expense later on. I can see why she's not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah, at least with Carrie Fisher, I understand where she's coming from with that stuff. I will say this, it's not even that people didn't like listen to her. It's that they didn't listen at all when it came to like stormtroopers actually being good shots. Like I don't remember who the actors that played Obi-Wan in the original trilogy.
I think it's Alan McGinnis. I know it's McGinnis is his last name.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But he has lines where, like, he literally basically compliments the stormtroopers, like, the
Too
players that
precise
work.
to Yeah, it's too precise to be Tusken Raiders. It's stormtroopers.
Yeah. And so, like, that being said, it's doing them a disservice, like, when they portray them as missing. Because the entire time, you think, at least going back, like, thinking about how Vader is Luke's father, Leia's father, and all of this kind of for like all the people that he associates with in that group. I'm the only one that he tells the stormtroopers actively trying to shoot is Han.
Yeah.
Because out of everyone in that group, like he knows C-3PO, R2-D2, Obi-Wan, Luke, Leia. Well, he probably knows them, but he probably figures it out later. And then Chewie, I think, like he's interacting with the Clone Wars.
I mean, Chewbacca did help Ahsoka escape when they were kidnapped by Trandoshan hunters. So,
Yeah, so he has some sort of connection with almost all of them. Han's just the odd guy out.
yeah. There's just there's a lot to go off of, and again, with how people are with most media, I'm not entirely surprised that the original trilogy people aren't the most excited for the original trilogy. But again, I think it's just based on who the people started the series as versus what they became. Luke became an icon, so did Han, but in Harrison Ford's eyes, Han was just discount Indiana Jones, but worse.
Yeah,
Okay. Ah, there it is.
I watched the original trilogy first, then the prequels. But, so like I did watch like basically in order of how they actually were. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But with the original G, I get that there's a whole start. They obviously won't have the same amount of love as people like were able to actually watch it, develop a love for it. It just I gravitate naturally towards the prequel because of the feeling of love from the actors about it.
I mean, yeah, that is fair.
I guess personally, if it were me with the original trilogy, I would look at it more as kind of how I feel Mark Hamill looks at it, where he looks at it as I'm one of the guys that made this huge thing, and be actively excited about it.
Yeah. Okay, why am I getting stun locked like that?
Or a lifetime type of thing. But I mean, I get why some of them don't.
Can't use.
And I think the main reason why we got like Harrison Ford back to play on the sequel is just because they promised him that his character would die off.
That definitely sounds like something he would want written on the contract.
Yeah. Which honestly, that was a pretty good scene for the sequel.
Really? I did not like it.
I felt like it was at least something where, and I know that it's controversial for me to say that, but the not the sequel, not the prequel, the original cast, they did really have their time to shine. I feel like, at least with Kylo Ren, it should have been something where that cemented him in the dark side. Where at that point he should have been like somewhat irredeemable type of villain, but then he still got changed. So I feel like later bits of the story end up ruining that one good moment. Because it's supposed to be like a moment of impact, but then they make it lack impact later on. Like, in my opinion, it's like one of those moments where you can't go back from it. Kind of like how Darth Vader says, "I am your father" to Luke. He makes a connection to Luke, and then now that opens him up more as a character that can be redeemed. Meanwhile, I feel like Kylo Ren killing off Han should end up closing that off.
I can see that.
Basically have like the opposite type of effect.
Yeah. I don't know. My thing is, whenever I've talked about, like, if I were to make a sequel trilogy, I would have just said it as, okay, this is happening 100 years after. Just have statues paying homage to the original cast and characters without needing to change too much. Just because as soon as you start putting in, like, legacy characters, we knew they were getting old. We knew they were not long for this world. So the fact that Carrie Fisher's character dies off screen when she died during the production of one of the movies, it's like, you kind of screwed yourself over. I'm glad they made like the little homage and the little like tribute to her, But it just,
I will say this. I get where you're coming from there. Ultimately, I feel like it also does kind of work in their favor to have it somewhat closer because, like, the prequels were not that, or not horribly far off from where the originals were.
yeah. But the idea about the prequels was setting up the original trilogy. They were supposed to be linked together. Just George Lucas didn't have the option of CGI to make his vision start from start to finish.
And I understand that. What I'm trying to say though is like, if you're going to watch like Star Wars movies in order of like the number, it makes sense because like they were marketing like Force Awakens as like the next in the saga, and so it starts to make a little bit of sense to like think, hey, let's have it somewhat close together so it's not like this huge time skip, which it was a pretty big time skip, but still, it's like it makes sense that they would try and connect it back a little bit.
I mean, sure, but after that, the thing is, if they really wanted to connect it back to the original, they really should have they should have gone with what the books originally did, either Dark Empire or just the Jedi Academy. There was something there they could have made it work. Instead, they just decided to throw it all away and see what they could make, and they didn't have a vision. The reason why I will defend the prequels as much as I will is because George Lucas had a vision from the beginning. He just didn't know how to set it all up, and he didn't have the technology to make or the funding to make the episode 1 through 3 happen. So he started with 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
But then with everything else we got, there just wasn't much else from what came afterwards in the sequel trilogy that felt like there was a coherent story that was meant to be. It just felt like they were throwing crap at the wall, seeing what would stick, and they just didn't have a vision or a story to tell.
I agree with you there. My main point being though is I feel like at least with Harrison Ford it made sense because he's kind of you right now really not have done that and put effort into a soulless production.
Well, if that's the case, why not just never add Han's character and make it so that only Luke's character is alive because through Force magic, the Master of the Jedi Academy is ancient, but he's still alive, but Leia and Han already passed away. You then don't have to deal with Harrison Ford being resentful, and you can kind of just make it all happen without it.
Fair enough. I do agree with that. You could also do that.
Because again, if they didn't like being in the movies, we don't have to add them in. We can always do a cameo and just say, hey, we're just paying homage to these characters because we want to.
Yeah, I guess the way I'm looking at it is it's kind of a character building thing for Kylo, which can make its character, but like I feel like at that point it kind of kills two birds with one stone. They don't have to have a scene showing like a statue of Han. They can like just have off in that scene, and then that builds Kylo's character up a little bit, shows that there are stakes, and then proceeds to get Harrison Ford out because he doesn't want to be there.
And if that's the case, why did we need Kylo Ren and not Jason Solo?
At least that's
Jason fell to the dark side, and he was one of 2 children from Han and Leia. But when Jason fell, he just went crazy. They tried to redeem him, and they never could. And his sister was the one who took him out.
it's just something where I'm guessing they didn't read it. They didn't care to. Like the two.
Well, because Jason And I think it's what's his sister's name? It's not Jada, it's something else. It's Jason and Jaden, I think. But Jason and Jada had been established characters since the 80s, because that's when their books came out. Like, they came out not long after Return of the Jedi, so
I get it.
that's kind of why I'm just like, I understand that, you know,
I get it.
the Disney execs just wanted a new story, but
Was it good?
it wouldn't have taken that long to get that story up and running.
Yeah, I get it. Just as it is with the Disney trilogy, it seems more like they just wanted to have their characters be put in. Because, like, with Rey, the whole Mary Sue thing with her. Where
Well,
they
yeah.
make her the most important and all that.
Yeah.
So, it's only where they wanted to be the new popular faces. And, yeah. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
One character that I do really wish was, like, actually utilizing this sequel trilogy was Finn.
Was who?
Finn. Because, like, the entire time with, like, Force Awakens, they were, like, hyping him up as, like, the next big character, and then they proceed to, like, just kind of shaft him, like, the next two movies after.
Oh, Finn. Okay, I was hearing Ben. I'm like, wait, what? Did I miss a character? Okay, yeah. No, I agree. Finn was the only character I was kind of caring about from The Force Awakens. And after that, I just didn't care about the movies afterward because Finn just didn't get anything.
Yeah, like, that whole traitor thing, that was, like, really cool in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then something where they could have developed that into, like, an actual rivalry or, like, an actual, like, thing that has impact on the story, but
Mm-hmm.
they made their choices. That's all I was.
Yeah, very much so.
They could honestly have the best of all worlds and, like, have two Jedi rise up with, like, Rey and Finn, in my opinion.
Hmm. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I have my idea they could have done, but I'm definitely no Disney writer.
I would hope you're not a Disney writer at this point. Disney hasn't written a decent thing in a while. Okay.
Huh? Mandalorian.
I only liked Mandalorian Season 1.
Season or so, man.
After Season 1, I just couldn't get behind it anymore.
Yeah, I will say this. After season one, I just kind of stopped looking at it as Star Wars and looked at it more as, well, this is cool Mandalorian stuff. And then, like, the Book of Boba Fett, I just kind of looked at it as, like, oh, this is space western.
I couldn't even be that generous. Book of Boba Fett was just so bad. I was like, ah.
The characters, for most, like, their design, except for the modders.
Oh, the mods were awful. I understand what they were going with, but if you wanted to add the mods, you should have put them on Coruscant, not Tatooine.
Or, like, have them come from, like, tourist ship or something like that.
Well, it's just because
Sort of like. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's just the whole thing is with the mods. I understand the cyberpunk idea behind it, especially because everybody loves Cyberpunk 2077, so everybody wanted to be on that hype train. But the mods fit somewhere like Coruscant or an established city world or a clean city. Being in a desert and saying, "Oh yeah, we're not going to cover up all of our body mods." It's like, what? What idiot would do that?
Yeah. is stupid. And I agree with you wholeheartedly there.
Because again,
Like, honestly, it would be perfect setting with Coruscant.
yeah,
Like, it's literally cyberpunk. Like, you could literally just take Night City and just drop it anywhere on the map of Coruscant, and it would fit.
yeah. Well, again, it's just because. Okay. Everything with what happens in Coruscant alone is it's just a giant city. If you need cyberpunk, the best thing you can really do is just play into that. It's not hard to do, and you can easily get people on board with the idea. I mean, I'm writing a script right now for an idea that I'm going to make a YouTube video out of, where I just talk about how I'd make a cyberpunk detective LA noir style story, but set it on Coruscant with a changeling. There's very little you would have to change or do to make that work as a story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, you could literally just have something where it's like stories from the underworld or something like that. Or I guess it is probably the underworld, but something with all based on Coruscant,
Yeah.
dealing with like that punk aspect of it. Have it like marketed as like a more adult oriented like Star Wars story. Then you can like have it be darker.
Yeah. Especially because if it's an LA noir or just a film noir style, you can make it dramatic, you can make it adult, you can give it good themes, but then you can deal with, a little bit of lore building. How do death sticks work? Everybody loved death sticks and that scene from Attack of the Clones. Why not expand upon what those really are? Make Obi-Wan not only in the right, but indisputably in the right. Then you pull back an homage to a concept, but you then get to explore more of, yeah, drug dealing in Star Wars. Very common problem. Happened a lot.
Yeah, not to mention with the whole Death Six thing. Since I was just literally playing Battlefront last night, I remember there's a line in there where Obi-Wan like kills someone in the Heroes vs. Villains. The announcer says Obi-Wan is bringing the Death Sticks, and like, isn't Death Sticks literally just drugs?
Yeah.
And like that, then that's like a misconception on the actual intricacies of that. Like they just threw Death Sticks in as a line because, well, Obi-Wan he like had some sort of interaction with Death Sticks.
Yep.
And apparently every time that happens, like that one line stands out so much to me. And it's like, that's because it's so just not out of character, but like it's just, I guess it is out of character, but it's just like, did you really pay attention to the scene, or did you just throw that line in because you thought it'd be cool?
Knowing how most people are, definitely the second option.
Yeah, and I'm all for really cool. That's
Okay.
like basically how George Lucas operated for most of the prequels,
Yeah.
and like, so as I said, I'm all for real cool, but come on, like that goes right against Obi-Wan's character.
Well, it's also just the fact that when George Lucas was doing Rule of Cool, he allowed it because he was still establishing the lore, so there was room to have Rule of Cool. He didn't have enough set up yet where they could ignore it. And so that's kind of why more people are generous with him using Rule of Cool, because he was still setting up the entire series. He was setting up the lore, he was setting up the world. But I'm not going to give that kind of credence to other people. Not because they don't deserve it, but because they're working with what's already established. They're not supposed to make too many new changes.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: if nothing else, something that they could use for the sequel era of like the movies, because I know that one of the major complaints is how lightsabers bounce off. One thing that you could say is that the lightsabers that they found and like deconstructed to make theirs, to like deconstruct and like understand, they just found like training lightsabers, something like that.
From what? When were they bouncing off?
Like the whole complaint that people have about the Disney era lightsaber just bouncing off of people like not even touching them or anything.
Oh, that was from the Obi-Wan TV series, where it just bounced off somebody's like I think it bounced off like stormtrooper armor. And that has been an issue since like the original series because Luke Skywalker's lightsaber bounces off some dude. So
Yeah.
I know some people definitely make that comparison, but
Yeah, and I know that it was a lot bigger thing for like people to complain about with the Disney era because they had like a couple scenes where like Finn like gets hit with a lightsaber, but literally doesn't even burn through his clothes or something.
yeah, I think he gets like a slice across his back and he just got put into a coma, but there's no lasting damage and it I don't know.
It was some of that dumb stuff there, but like I feel like at least one way they could like work to explain that is to, like say that because they don't know the intricacies of the lightsaber, they found one on like let's say training mode and just never figure out how to take it off or something like that.
Could be.
That would be like a really dumb like explanation. That would just work just enough, in my opinion.
It could. It also just depends then on how that lightsaber was crafted and formed and who's using it. Because then if you got somebody who's supposed to be a trained force user, like part of their whole thing is you finish your training by constructing your lightsaber because you build your first lightsaber as a Padawan, but then when you become a knight, that's when you're supposed to officially build it because then that's you know what you want, you know how you use it. So you kind of understand it and you understand your needs as somebody who will wield one. It starts as a one size fits all and then becomes a little bit more personal. At least that was the original trilogy. Then in Clone Wars, they decided to make it so you create your first one perfectly from the get-go, and then you make modifications later on in life. Which, I'm a little iffy on that one from Clone Wars, but it wasn't too terrible, so I kind of give it a pass.
Which, if nothing else, enough time really does pass where, like, some of them would probably just find, like, training lightsabers or something like that. And then they'd, like, obviously deconstruct them to figure out how they work or something.
Yeah, but then at that point, where are you finding the training lightsabers to make that seem like an organic switch up?
I mean, you could always have it be like they find lightsabers in like miscellaneous resting spots of like former Jedi escape Order 66.
Well, that's the thing is, during and after Order 66, Palpatine specifically required the removal of all Jedi from consciousness. Statues, monuments, everything was torn down regarding them. Everything was destroyed, so the evidence was gone.
Yeah, and I get that. I'm just saying, like, if nothing else, have them find it and then, like, start to piece together things slowly. But then again, that's a slow build-up, and Disney really did not like slow build-ups.
Yeah. Well, because Disney is run by shareholders, not visionaries.
Yeah, I will say this. In the Star Wars Battlefront campaign, I really do like how they did actually handle Kylo Ren there, because they make things make a little bit more sense. Like, it doesn't make sense how the First Order really comes to, like, take over the galaxy so quick.
Mm-hmm.
But then with the with like Battlefront, they had like their entire fleet fleet basically built up in like the outer rim, like the very outside parts of it. There's like gathering up there, numbers, and then they just go in it once the whole blitzkrieg type of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's right. And then like throughout all that, like the last set of missions for the Battlefront campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Battlefront campaign is set like during the reign of the Empire, but then the last little chunk of missions for like I think the addendum.
I'm missing something.
Was the First Order's takeover.
Mm-hmm.
Where Kylo Ren hunting down like one of the guys that deserted the Empire joined up with the New Republic. And so like then he's going through the guy's mind and like probing for information I believe about Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
So I feel like it did a decent job with at least telling a story. It was a lot better writing than anything Disney put out
Mm-hmm.
for the actual movies, at least. Yeah, Star Wars, since I've grown up, has become a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still a huge fan. And I somewhat hate that.
Fair. Well, I want to save. Well, there'll be a save point in front. Yeah. No. Okay. I think I'm gonna save here. Because I'm missing like one scan, so well, 2 scans that are from the overworld. So I'm gonna I should be able to finish the game right now. Yes, okay. Yes. Yes, I'm aware this is a point of no return. Thank you, Sarge. Oh my gosh. I didn't think that we'd be close to finishing this game by this point.
You know, as someone who grew up on Xbox and is a huge fan of Transformers,
Mm-hmm.
I have come to realize just how robbed I was on like the actual Transformer games I could play.
Really?
Because they have a few different PlayStation exclusive games. like they have a game for Transformers Armada for PlayStation.
Hmm.
It was specifically PlayStation 2.
Oh.
With that being like in there it had like a huge boss fight with bosses type of scale where you have to like there's a 3-part one
Mm-hmm.
where I believe attack the ship. And back my wife came in and I was talking with her.
Oh, fair enough. Do.
You know, we just spent how long talking about Star Wars?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the character is.
My favorite character?
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm not entirely sure. I kind of like different characters for different reasons.
Fair enough.
I've also never been good with going with one direct favorite character out of all of them, you know? Yes, I've got one of those missing. And I have whatever is between Swim Snatcher and the Swarm Flyer. That had to have been something from the fire area. Then 2 scans for Silex, and that's it. So I'm missing 4 things altogether. No, but I've got you with me. So we'll make it. Maybe. Awesome. Okay.
So, did you know that Mr. T has comics?
Yeah. I've never read them.
They're alright. I have two of them.
Oh. Yeah.
Came with a trade. So,
Oh, okay. I'll say I knew about them because back when I was a kid, I watched the Jackie Chan series a lot, like the Jackie Chan animated series. And one of my friends then told me, "Oh yeah, Mr. T also has a his own comic series." I'm like, "What?"
yeah, and then Mike Tyson has his own animated series.
Yeah, that one's apparently fairly adult too.
Yeah, it is. It has like some. In my opinion, I find it funny. It seems.
Well, I just heard a little bit about like, oh, what you call it. There's somebody in there, and I want to destroy that pod right now. But yeah, I'd heard. Wasn't there like a little bit of gore or something in there?
I don't know.
I just remember I've seen like a few clips of the Mike Tyson series, and I'm like, huh, maybe I'll watch it one day, but
Oh, yeah, I saw one clip where like that one girl breaks that bell, and then he knocks the one dude out.
blow it up, blow it up, blow it up.
So you said that you grew up watching Transformers anime, right?
Yeah, a couple months ago I'd gone all the way to like halfway through season 2, I believe.
Okay. Well, the voice actor who voices Optimus Prime, he
Yeah.
appears in quite a few of the other Transformers shows and stuff.
Hmm.
Like he appears in Transformers Prime and subsequently Robots in Disguise 2015.
Ah.
He appears in the Beast Wars and Beast Machines, I believe, as Optimus Primal.
Okay.
Then he appears in Transformers Armada, I believe, as Megatron.
Really?
Yeah, because the voice actor was David Kay.
Oh.
And yeah, looking at the cast for Transformers Armada, he voiced Megatron. Or maybe he voiced Megatron in Beast Machines and Beast Wars. Honestly, some of the people they will cast as Transformers characters are surprising.
Yeah?
Like, did you know that they had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a character that only appeared for one episode? And that was voiced at least for one episode.
I can see that. Granted, he's been trying to get into everything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that too much because I have some comments. But yeah, he voiced Cliff Jumper in Transformers Prime, and literally died the same episode that he appeared.
Oh.
But then they also had Ron Perlman voice a Transformer character.
Oh my gosh, Mackenzie, you're useless.
They had Peter Dinklage, Pete Davidson.
Okay.
They had Scatman Crothers voice the character.
Oh.
If you don't know who Scatman Crothers is, he was a jazz musician.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
Okay, well, in Generation 1, they got him to play the character Jazz.
Oh, fun.
I find it kind of funny that they get a jazz musician to like voice the character literally named Jazz.
I mean, I'd say it's quite fitting.
Yeah, he did a really good job at like defining the character's voice for years to come. And because of how well he did it and like his voice, the character became really iconic.
Yeah.
But then they had what's his name? I forgot. Crud. He voiced, or I don't know if I should say voice, but he did the lighting sound effects for Lion King.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
I should know it as a huge transformer. Nerd.
You can't remember everything. Okay, come on. Get off me.
So like in terms of he's like one of the like three biggest names in Transformers. Frank Welker.
Okay.
So yeah, Frank Welker was the actor who voiced Megatron Generation 1.
Okay.
And he's a really good voice actor. Let's see which roles I actually recognize him from.
Okay.
Well, he was in the Aladdin movies, and he was in Animaniacs, the live-action Smurfs movie,
Oh.
Inspector Gadget, or Combat. He was in a bunch of Scooby-Doo movies and stuff. He was in the Ghostbusters animated show, Garfield.
Wow.
The Jetsons, Jabberjaw, Land Before Time, Jimmy Neutron, Lion King, the Goofy movie,
Oh.
Road to El Diablo, or not El Diablo, El Dorado. That's an entirely different plot line. If it were real, I don't know if it is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know if there is a movie called Road to El Diablo.
I could definitely use some healing.
He made a lion sound effect that like impressed them a lot more than actually using real lions.
Okay. Come on. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, I'm aware I died. Yeah. Swear the fight is hectic. Sorry, I'm not mad at you or anything. I just forgot how crazy this boss fight is.
I get boss fights are not fun, so.
Well, it is fun. It's just
I know, but like,
slick.
it's not fun.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay.
that you've seen in Transformers anime, which one would you say is your favorite?
Hmm. I think Blitzwing, probably.
Fair enough.
Okay, come on. Get off. Got that. Nope, no, come on. There we go. Come on. Get it off. Break it.
Well, anime Blitzwing is actually probably the most unique iteration of him that I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, at least it's not the iteration that literally told a bunch of other ones to go kill themselves.
I did not know that was a thing.
Because Generation 1, he literally, he got into a little argument with the Constructicons, which is the combining team that forms into Nosair.
Yeah.
And they have a couple members in Transformers animated, but it's not part of the combining team. They just have it as like to renew the name trademarks. But he got into the argument with them
Mm-hmm.
and said, here's an idea for you. Why don't you go build a bridge and jump off it?
Oh.
Quite literally telling them to go jump off a bridge.
Yeah. Okay, who fell down? Oh my gosh, guys.
Which, to be fair, the main way they portrayed Blitzwing in Generation 1 was just as a bully.
Ah.
So, like, almost anytime you see him, he's just like big, dumb, and just a bully.
Interesting.
At least that's a simple way for me to put it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, take that off. Ooh, that's a good bit of health right there. Okay. Okay. That was pure luck that I missed that. Oh, I'm certain she does. Okay. Okay. Not helping me, guys. Gosh, this boss is gonna take forever.
You know that weird this is actually in Transformers animated?
I can't say I do know.
And you might see him coming up.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty garbage role, I think is what I'm gonna say, just because.
Is he a garbage man or something? That seemed like a very on the nose thing to say.
In a matter of speaking, the garbage man can't do his job without him. I guess it could, but then it'd be a very, very long day. I have a feeling you'll appreciate his performance.
Fair enough. Okay, come on. Nope. Gosh.
I will say this, Weird Al's performance in Transformers Animated, I feel like is the perfect complement to where his song was placed in the Generation 1 movie.
Well, fair enough. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. Even my shots get blocked by my own crew. Okay. Well, 50 HP is pretty good. Okay. Good charge beam shot. Got it by accident. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Can I cheese this fight? Nope. I cannot. That sucks.
Probably gonna be hopping off the call.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Okay, what on earth? Okay. Well, I'll see you later, man. Take care. Eh. Goodness gracious. Okay. Guys, I appreciate your help, but it is rough. Nope. Down. There we go. Oh, those just reformed. That's annoying. Oh, crap. I'm getting hit by that. Okay. Motion controls. Had been doing okay. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, one sec. Sorry about that, I'm back. Had a visitor, which gave me a convenient time to rest my fingers, because gosh dang, this fight is taking it out of my hands. Would you believe me if I said that this is part one? There's multiple phases to this damn fight, and it's only getting worse. Oh my gosh, Mackenzie. I wish you weren't. However, if I remember from normal mode, if I don't heal them, then I lose the fight. We all have to make it out. Come on. Lock onto that one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Mackenzie. Come on. You wouldn't be too powerful if y'all could land your shots. Can you stop dying for 5 seconds, Mackenzie? Oh my gosh. Yeah, could you heal me? I'm healing all of you. No, give me the bottom one. Armstrong, I'm only doing this because I like you. Now I do it for Mackenzie because I'm forced to. Oh, gosh dang it. Hate this form. Where'd he fall down at? Oh my gosh! Y'all have the life expectancy of a goldfish, I swear. No, Mackenzie can die. And he did. Gosh dang it, I am... No, I'm not doing this tonight. I can do this later. my hands are cramping up and I cannot, I just can't physically keep this up right now. There's no way I'm beating this boss tonight, especially if my fingers are the way they are right now. Alright, well, I don't want to end on a loss, but I just can't, I literally cannot keep this up. My hands are just not gonna make it. So I'll try to get this done so I can stream and get this all finished up tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys. Just, this is gonna be too much for me. Again, this game is just, everything is a bullet sponge, but you're not actually injuring anything. It's just killing me right now. So sorry to end on on a loss, but again, my hands can't keep up with this. I can't do this tonight. So I'll see you guys later. But have a good night. Hope you all have